Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, February 15th. Welcome. How are we already halfway through February? I'm blown away. I don't know how that happens. Anyway, I did stitch this week. I've done some other stuff, but nothing's like done to show you anything fun and exciting. It's I don't know, around 8:30 at night. Addison and the kids just left. So now I'm exhausted. Playing with little ones is a young person's game. Anyway, I'm trying to think if anything fun and exciting has been going on, and I don't think so. Right off the top of my head, it's kind of business as usual. The applesauce that I made last week, I ate some of it, and Ryan ate some of it, but I made some apple spice bread with it, which turned out pretty good. I did plant some seeds. We'll see if anything comes up. I'm not going to complain. If anything comes up, that's better than I usually do, so I'll take it. I'm just trying to think of if there's anything, and I don't think so. So I guess we'll just get into the stitching. I worked on, again, linens and threads. It was their stitch along. It was a mystery sampler stitch along. I don't know. I don't do those very often. Usually I wait until I see a couple of months or something coming out. But I've done this one and then one other one. I did finish the other one. Not on time, but I did finish it. So anyway, here we are. This time I worked on March. That's what I'm working on is Marches. This is just the whole picture. March is this part right in here. So I got this one finished. I've still got that one left to do. On a really good day, I convinced myself that I could get this done this year. This is on my list of 20, which is, the 20 things I'd like to finish in a year, which really translates to my 20 oldest projects. But we'll see. It's February. I have high hopes. Ask me again in November. Let's see what I'm thinking. Because it certainly could change. And I worked on, this is also on my list of 20 Earth Dancer from Butternut Road. And I made an executive decision because I was doing the skin in her hand 1/1. I think I'm doing this on a 28 count mushroom Lagana. And I pulled out some of the stitching in her hand, some of it that really blended because the color's different when you're doing it 1/1. And some of it really blended into this fabric, and so I didn't pull that out. But I did pull out what I could see easily and did her hand 2/2, and then came in and started filling in. This is her face, and then this right here is her neck, and that's all right there. And so that made me feel like, okay, I was avoiding the skin because I didn't want to do it 1/1, and quite frankly, I'm happier with it like it is. I feel like it flows better with the rest of the stitching, being 2/2 like everything else. So maybe maybe this will give me the oomph to get working on it more. And while I was looking through it, I discovered that I thought I had all my floss and everything for it, but I do not have this part that the dream catcher is done in, that thread. So I guess I'm going to have to place an order, and you can't just order floss. Uh-oh. What am I dropping? It's just a pen. Now I'm throwing it everywhere. It's just a highlighter. You can't just order a skein of floss and be done. So I guess I'm going to have to look around and see if I can find some other stuff to order. I know it'll be a stretch, right? From December, Sweet Stitching. This was Sal last year, a low monthly. The kit came every month. See, I am tired. I don't even know how to talk. Anyway, here we are. We are up to Santa's beard. I kept thinking, oh, I can get that done today. But like there are snowflakes that go around it and all of that stuff. And I had other things I needed to do. So I had to put it down. But maybe by the time I come back next week, it'll be done. That would be wonderful. I had a new start. This one is called Merry Christmas. I bought it on Etsy. Theirs is monochrome. I think it was on white fabric stitched in blue. And I was going to stitch it on blue fabric with like a dark blue and stitch it in white. This is from Tinsel Cross Stitch on Etsy. That's where I got it. When I was digging through my fabric to find a blue that I wanted to stitch it on, to see if I had a piece that was big enough, I came across this fabric, and it's kind of wild, but I decided that I needed to stitch it on here. And that's probably pretty close to the color that it is, so I think it's going to look pretty good. I'm stitching it in B5200, and I started in the middle. So I started, that is right here. That's what you're seeing there. I finally got in the groove, and it was time to go home. I was going to try stitching with just one thread over two. I don't know what count this is. I don't know anything about it. And I didn't like it, so I pulled it all out and started over again, doing 2 over 2. But I am going to like it on this. It's out of my usual, because, you know, I'm pretty vanilla most of the time, but I am going to like it. And then I had another new start because I didn't have any finishes. Why shouldn't I start more stuff? Mill Hill Spring Bouquet Collection, Old Fashioned. And here's where I got to on it. This one is really basically full coverage. So instead of starting in the middle, I marked the middle to start in it, in the middle and everything. But I was like I said, it's pretty much full coverage. It is full coverage. No pretty much to it. So why not just, here, now I don't have to trim this side or the top. So anyway, isn't it amazing how much about the same amount of stitches looks on something this small as compared to when you do it on something big. And I worked on Spring Bunny Love. This was a freebie on Snowflower Diaries blog. As far as I know, it's still there. The last time I looked, it was. And here is where I have gotten to. The bunnies are done. So I came up here and started on the flowers up there. had more done, but then my flower was in the wrong spot, so I had to pull it out and start again on the flower. But that one will fit this at the bottom. We're going to have to see. That might be pretty iffy because this is just on a scrap piece of 18 count Aida. So that's it. It seems so much faster when I'm coming to you every week instead of waiting for a whole month. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? I will show you this because I am still doing the hexies because I want to do a little table runner like I did. I liked the way the one that I did for swap turned out, and so I want to do one for myself. I'm sorry, you can see my hands. No, I'm a hands talker. You usually can't see them because they're down here lower. But I have these made. I have done a few. And I got this one to here, and I had, because I had all my little yellow hexies stacked up, and I'm like, oh, that pink one will be good in the middle. And I got all of these on, and that is not the same fabric. And I don't have any more of this. So there you go. I'm going to have to undo that. And I also have some giant hexies. And I did this. I've gotten all these sewn together, but I do have a plan for it. But there you go. I took my, the messed up chicken that I cross stitched and put it in the center of this. And then I'm going to use that to make other things. So we'll see if I can get that done anytime in the near future. We know how that goes, but yesterday was probably the last Saturday I get to bleed off from going to the office. So it's that time. It is that time, and we have got a lot of tax returns in already. So anyway, Dax went to work on Saturday. He went to work last Saturday too. So it's my turn to join in, I guess. I did spend some time out here organizing a few things. I'm trying to stick to my New Year's resolution and just do it. And hopefully, I have been doing things, and in our closet, which actually I have to go outside and get it because it's still sitting out there. In our closet, behind the closet door, there was about this much room. And so I had 2 curtain rods. They're built-in shelving units in the closet. I had 2 curtain rods from the door frame to that shelving that took hangers and bent them up to make things to hold my shoes. And my shoes were hanging, not all of my shoes. Many of my shoes were hanging up there, but in the last week or so, it's fallen. Both of them have fallen down twice. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. And so I ordered some shoe racks. And so now I have to go make a huge mess getting things in order. I don't know how when it fell, because the first time it fell, Dax was the one who discovered it, and he put it back up and was putting the shoes back on it. And he's like, I don't think I've even seen you wear some of these shoes. It's beside the point. But now, like I said, I ordered 2 shoe racks, and I have concerns. We will not discuss how many pairs of shoes I own, but I should probably get rid of some. But I like them. So And they're not fancy shoes. They're shoes like, see, like this, what I'm wearing right now. They're just, but I'm a sucker for buying just little cute, comfortable shoes. Anyway, we won't discuss the number just in case my husband should somehow stumble across this and watch it. When they're not all laid out, it doesn't seem like as many, but we're about to have them all laid out. So, anyway, if Amazon had delivered my shoe caddies, whatever you call them, I don't know, earlier, I would have gotten that taken care of today, but they didn't. And I am not about to start at 8:30 at night making a mess in my closet. So that will have to wait. It will just have to wait. Yeah, I think that's been the most exciting thing in our life right now going on, that the shoe thing collapsed. So there you go. All right. Short and sweet. Hopefully this week will be kind of uneventful, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And if anything fun happens, I'll let you know. Thank you, everyone, for your likes and your comments. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot to me, more than words can express. And I'm trying to just do it. And so hopefully I'll see you again next week. Thanks, y'all. Bye.